We saw lots of good deer, but every time I think about shooting one, this Don King buck would come back into my mind. After that, just no other deer really quite did it for me.
Look, big buck. That one coming, look, look.
We spotted a few deer on a field a little ways away, so we stalked up to it.
Look, big buck. That one coming, look, look.
We had this really nice 10-point out in front of us, and I'd pretty well decided that I wasn't going to see Don King again and was going to shoot this buck.
What do you think?
Yeah, I think we should just wait just a little bit more and see what else comes in. It's prime time right now.
And as we were focused on this 10-point, I happened to look off to the side and saw this other deer.
This 9-point came out. That's that 9-point that was running with Don King.
Okay, we're definitely going to wait. So I said, well, we're going to wait a few more minutes and see what happens. Probably wasn't more than just a few minutes, and John says, here he comes.
There's a buck coming out of the woods right there. What is that? You see him? That's Don King right there.
Oh, we're taking him. Yeah. I don't need to see anymore. You ready?
Bryce didn't even think about it twice. He said, that's the deer I'm going to shoot.
I didn't even bother to try to look at points or assess the rack. I just knew this is the one I wanted.
Plug your ears, it's going to get noisy. You ready?
Yep.
He came out and stopped out there about 90 yards away. It hit that deer and he just piled right in a heap, and my Texas hunt was over.
Good shot. Good shot. He made an excellent one shot, one kill on the deer.
I think he's down for good. Let's go see.
And it was just really a fun hunt for me.
Oh, look at that. Look at that thing.
Bryce took a whitetail that had really tall antlers and multi-pointed with bladed tines.
I like this deer.
Yeah.
You can see it didn't take me long.
His whitetail had it all, and one that he's certainly very pleased with.
I want to silhouette the deer's antlers against this blue Texas sky.
Okay.
One of the best kept secrets about outdoor riding is that it's often not about the riding, it's about the photography. The editors can clean up poor writing, but if they have poor photography, there isn't much they can do. You ready to swap? The great thing about Benelli on assignment here was that we had people who not only knew how to run a camera and how to set up a photo, but were willing to help.
And you've got a little piece of grass. Bryce is already planning probably 3, maybe even 4 articles generated from this one hunt. And I have no doubt that those will be great articles.
Benelli on Assignment is brought to you by Federal Premium Ammunition. Every shot counts. Bill Jordan's Realtree. Family, friends, and the outdoors. Burris Optics. See the light. Hunter's Specialties. Under Armour. Athletes Hunt. And by Benelli's USA fine family of firearms, including Benelli, Simply Perfect, Front Key, pass along the tradition. Uberti, history repeats itself. Stoger, serving American sportsmen since 1924. And Stoger Air Guns, pellet power precision.
On my hunt, I had the chance to look over a lot of deer and a lot of really fine deer.
Hey Joe, that's a mainframe 8-point right there. He's got a big body, and I mean, he's already high. If he'll just sprout some more tines. I like that little extra tine he's got on his left beam. Yeah, he's gonna be a real nice deer.
But there was one deer in particular that John and Nate both had talked to me about. This open area here, is this where he might come in to feed?
Absolutely. The buck that we have picked out for Joe, it's kind of a sore subject because he's just been a real hard deer to try to harvest. We've been after this deer for 2 years, and we call him a ghost.
They never know where they're going to find him.
You can have him picked out and know his patterns, and then he just disappears.
But we've seen him recently. Nate thinks he knows where you may have a chance of finding this buck, and that's the one you're going to want to get.
So what we're going to do is we're going to ease around this edge here, and there's a group of trees, and we're going to get in that group of trees and just sit and wait.
This is what makes hunting so interesting, is that you don't just go barging into an area like this, but you have to deal with it very carefully. You've got to deal with it in terms of the wind direction. You've got to deal with it in terms of anticipating where that buck might be. Where is he laying up? Where might he move?
The wind's good, it's right in our face, so we'll ease on out.
But he could be anywhere.
Yeah, he could be anywhere though.
And matching all of those elements and variables to your strategy.
I want you to go ahead and take the lead and just kind of ease up to where you're comfortable, and I'll follow in behind you.
Time was getting critical. I hate to sound negative, but geez, this is taking it to the wire. The sun was almost at the horizon. We'd gotten to a point where we were basically pinned down. You really think he's coming?
I hope so. He's been frequenting here. Joe, got a 10-point coming in right here, right to the right. That's a pretty buck.
That is. He's going to be a nice buck, but he's not